For my career profile, I chose two very different jobs. I chose an administrative position as well as a more hands-on position, which is a full-time high school college counselor. So in that particular job, I'll talk about that first. It really depends on the district that you're working for. It will determine the type of pay you receive, the type of benefits. It will also determine the type of environment and pretty much everything. District by district, things just change a lot. That's one thing I've learned about working with schools. So your environment, oh, and this, by the way, is in Illinois specifically. So that your environment, you'll have a lot of independence, which is great. You will have to work, however, with the staff as well as the public on a frequent basis, and you will be directly responsible for the safety and well-being of your students that you are working with, and also making sure that the work that they're putting out is acceptable. So stressors, I mean, they're just typical school stressors, right? You're working with the parents and students who might need extra pushes to get them on the right track. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, you will have you'll be supervising students and interns as well. So there are physical demands in this environment. The physical demands that it listed were standing, walking, sitting, bending, typing, speaking, and listening, twisting, reaching, climbing, and you have to have good vision. Also, the noise level apparently can get loud, which makes sense. You're working with a bunch of teenagers. Benefits, so there weren't any specific benefits listed. However, I found out that they really benefits depend on whether you're working for private school or a public school. For this particular job, I found similar benefits in another position that have what they call fringe benefits, which are kind of piecemeal from what I understand. So like I said, it depends on the district. There's just so many factors that would determine what your benefits would be. So your common tasks would be you're going to be planning curriculums, right, for students so that they reach their goals, and it will also be based on their family system, their educational needs, their cultural background, their strengths, and their social emotional needs. So you get to know your students, which is great. You will also oversee college selection and admission process with the students, so it's really hands-on. You will collaborate with other personnel to make sure that that student is on track. You will also be networking with colleges so that you can provide a variety of resources and services to the students. And you will need to be familiar with alternative options to college for some students, as well as be familiar with the specific resources like financial aid and scholarships that are available for the students. You'll be maintaining records and attending staff meetings. So the preferred qualifications that they have listed are 3 to 5 years of experience. They require a master's degree. And in Illinois, this is fun, they have certain certifications that are required. Specifically, the Illinois Type 73 is standard, and you need to be registered with the county. So the salary is tied, it seems, to teacher contracts. So you're basically going to be making what teachers make, which starts, from what I could find, about 58, and experienced 87. We're talking about Illinois here. So the other career I chose is the Family Advocacy Services Manager. So this is, like I said, administrative. And the job that I found was with a company called Green and Healthy Homes Initiative, GHHI. and they transform unhealthy homes into clean and healthy and safe ones. So they work, they rehabilitate in low-income neighborhoods these homes, and they also work with the government as well as the private sector and nonprofit partners to make sure that these families are in good living conditions, that they have healthy, safe living conditions. So you'd be very independent in this position, and their hours are normal. Typical stressors, this job just has a lot of stressors that are typical to administrative positions and supervising your employees. Your common tasks that you'll be doing is, like I said, management, supervision. You'll also be working on developing the program, as well as coming up with strategic ways to make the program more effective. Specifically, as you are directing and managing, you'll be directing and managing these different areas. So, like I said, you're not going to be hands-on. You're going to be managing 5 to 7 people, typically, on a team, doing these things: delivery and client intake, home visiting, direct client education, case management, training, community outreach, post-intervention education, outcome tracking, and program reporting. So, you'll also be working directly with the data team, with that particular department, with the data department, to make sure that all information is collaborative and available. Okay. You'll also be doing a lot of reporting, so you really need to know your Excel. Okay, minimum qualifications. You need to know Office Suite, like I just said. You got to have at least a year experience in project management, a year in supervisory experience, 3 years experience in advocacy, legal, case management, or housing relocation services. You got to have a bachelor's, and their preferred qualifications is that you have a master's of social work or a Juris Doctor. Also, the starting salary is $60 to $70, which is awesome, and if you become experienced, $80 to $100. Typical benefits are just normal benefits: health, retirement, paid leave, all the normal things. Thanks for this.